to black people first before I get into the whole case. Black people, this case should tell you that there's a time right now for unity. So my thought behind the whole process of black folks saying we need to unite, I say fuck you, because you don't know how to unite. Don't to black people first before I get into the whole case. Black people, this case should tell you that there's a time right now for unity. So my thought behind the whole process of black folks saying we need to unite, I say fuck you, because you don't know how to unite. Don't to black people first before I get into the whole case. Black people, this case should tell you that there's a time right now for unity. So my thought behind the whole process of black folks saying we need to unite, I say fuck you, because you don't know how to unite. Don't
not a YouTuber, just like making videos. And this is part 2 to my video response to Tommy Sotomayor video. George Zimmerman is not black people's enemy, but I know who he is. Now there's a whole lot that I didn't cover in the first one, so hopefully I can cover it in this one and try to keep it, as short as possible, because I know you got things to do. So let's go here. Going back into the Trayvon Martin thing. Now he says that he wished there should be a George Zimmerman on on every black street block. You know what I'm saying? Like George Zimmerman was some kind of marshal or whatever. First of all, George Zimmerman was a coward. I'm pretty sure that night when Trayvon got killed, if there was a big black dude, big Debo looking black dude, who looked like he was packing, George Zimmerman wouldn't even have gotten out of his car. He would just simply said, he would have simply called 911. So don't get this that George Zimmerman was some kind of buckaroo. Now I'm like, he killed an innocent kid who didn't do nothing. And Tommy Sotomayor saying that there's should be a George Zimmerman. So basically there should be a white dude just killing black kids. That's that's his whole synopsis there. So think about that. The tensions are still running high. And also, and this goes into, and Tommy, he kind of reap what he sows. He talks a bunch of shit, and now a lot of shit is coming his way. And then even if he is getting threatened, it's probably a small group of people doing it, or maybe 1 or 2 persons doing this. But, he treats us black people like retarded children and just throw us all together. Like, oh, y'all. I can't stand how any black person can follow this guy. The way he just throws us all in just one character. That's why I don't like you black people. This guy is not qualified to be any leader or whatever. He's mentally unstable and he suffers from cognitive dissonance. When the Trayvon verdict came in, he had a video saying it's time for black people to unite. And then he turns around and states black unity is bullshit. Majority of black people are crap. It's just, that's, what I'm saying? He has a warped mind. He's mentally unstable. This should be obvious, by now. But let's go into when he was talking about gangster rap. So who killed Tupac was a black guy. As I said before, yes, black people kill each other more than any other race kills us. But that you can say that about all races, all nationalities. As I stated, South Americans, they kill each other at a rate, in these very decadent little cities and south of the border, like Soledad, Rio de Janeiro. I'm sorry if I'm saying those wrong. And these aren't just cities where people are trying to overthrow the government. They got gangs there, drug gangs. A lot of drugs, killing, prostitution, kidnapping. A lot of poverty, but people are just coming up dead. Some of these cities have a somewhat decent infrastructure. They got an ambulance and hospitals and whatnot. So it's not like they don't have they're completely missing the infrastructure. And it's also good to point out that you know what I'm saying, the worst cities aren't in Africa. You know what I mean? They're South American cities. But I kind of been known that. But black people, are we our worst enemy? Yeah, but we're also our best friends. But still, there's no way you can ignore the Western man's impact on our civilization, on our growth, from whether it's here in America or over in the motherland. But as far as, you know, gangster rappers being killed, I'm like, you don't hear about conscious rappers getting murked. Dudes like Common and Tribe Called Quest, J. the Damage, or these underground comic book backpack rappers. I'm like, these rappers, these gangster rappers, I'm like, that's the lifestyle they live. You know, I'm like, Cameron, I'm like, they rapped about, you know what I'm saying, shooting guns and being the street life. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying, as I said before, you kind of reap what you sow. You're like 50 Cent. You know, 50 Cent talk a whole lot of shit and blase, but he walks around with a bulletproof vest. He got high security. You know, you don't see 50 Cent constantly whining and crying about, oh, black people this, black people that. No, he runs his mouth off, and he knows what's coming his way. You know, unlike Tommy Sotomayor, somebody runs his mouth off, and then as soon as somebody shows him some flack or whatever, then he's like, oh, black people don't got no unity. Black people are stupid. Black people are crap. So, you know, I'm tired of Tommy, you know, just treating us like we're little children. Now, the thing is with black people, even though we're killing each other or whatever, we see each other's humanity. Now, take the Trayvon Martin thing. If there was a black neighborhood watchman, and let's say this black dude's profiled Trayvon, when a black man profiles another black man or whatever, for him to really react, that black person will have to do something. Like if I was, you know what I'm saying, I was a security guard before. I see a black dude walking around with a hoodie and, you know, even if you arouse my suspicion, for me to call back up or call the cops, you'll have to have a crowbar breaking into something. As if for a white person who's like Zimmerman, scared to death of blacks or convinced black people are just guilty of sin, a black person really doesn't have to do anything. I'm like, if he walks the wrong way, if he farts the wrong way, you know, they're going to be on him. They're going to be surveilling his ass. You know, so yeah, that's what I want to say about that. I'm like, I can't walk around a bunch of blacks and just start talking shit, and somebody beats my ass and then cry and talk about, oh, there ain't no unity, there ain't no unity. I'm like, black people ain't this monolithic group of people where we're gonna agree on everything and that we have to follow somebody. If somebody's shoveling bullshit in my face, I'm gonna call them out on it. You know, but if Tommy Sotomayor feels so comfortable and safe around white people, you know, and as I said before, me bouncing around in the military, I know a thing or two about some racist towns. You know what I'm saying? Particularly one I want to focus on is Martinsville, Indiana. Well, there's a couple of races. There's places in this country that a black person can't go into till this day, not at night. One is Viger, Texas, I know about, and one is Martinsville, Indiana, which I've actually been there. Anybody from Indiana, familiar with the state of Indiana, knows about Martinsville. I'm like, it's a KKK town. You know, you go there, especially at night. If they don't rough you up, they'll at least tell you have to get out of town. I'm like, that's how it is. I'm like, that place looks like it hasn't evolved from the 1950s. I'm like, even the stores and the letterings on the store and the hospital. I'm like, that little town would be perfect location for the new Back to the Future movie. You know, if they want to film a movie that takes place in 1955 or some shit like that. That's the thing. You just don't, you ain't gonna have no black dudes, you know what I'm saying, just want to just ride out and just kill blacks for no reason and just say, hell, just go and just kill blacks. You know, when black people kill, it's normally gangbangers, rival drug dealers, or getting revenge because one person shot his boy, and it's all senseless, but at least there's some sort of rhyme and reason there. if two hucklebucks wanted to get in their pickup truck, drunk off their moonshine, and wanted to string up a nigger, you know what I'm saying? And they see me walking down the street, there's no way I can reason with them. I can't say, oh, take my money and then this and that. They'll take my money, but they'll still, you know what I'm saying, make an example out of me. As if I'm in the wrong hood and they, you know what I'm saying, and a black dude, you know what I'm saying, catch me slipping, you know, I give him my money, I give him my watch, he's on his way, you know what I'm saying? You know, there's a reason right there, you know, I just, it's like that incident with those two hucklebucks in Oklahoma. You know, I think one of them dudes was half Native American or whatever, but they just wanted to ride around and shoot black people. You know, and they don't care what black person it was. It didn't matter if it was a pastor or a homeless crackhead. They just wanted to kill and shoot blacks. You know, show me, and some of the blacks they killed were elderly people, senior citizens. You know, show me the story of a black dudes who just roll around purposely killing elderly blacks. But the thing is, with the hood, there's a code of honor. Let's say you have Miss Jackson, you know, 70-year-old woman who lives in the community, minds her business, everybody likes her. Let's say a crackhead breaks into her house and kills her or whatever, and then be out. When the dudes find out about it, even the local gangbangers and drug dealers, they're going to be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? They got Miss Jackson, you know what I'm saying? We got to do something. Who did it? Well, I think it was the crackhead Mofat, you know, and they're going to serve him street justice for messing with Miss Jackson. You can call it ghetto, but you know what I mean? That's how it is. I'm like, people do look out for people. You know, you still got like regular tax-paying citizens who live in these hoods, who don't bother nobody and nobody will bother them. You know, but and we want to go into this thing about, and about, you know, black people don't have no unity. Black people do have unity. May not be this type of hands across the world unity, but unity in its basic form. And don't you see black churches where black people go at? Barbershop, black dudes are sitting there smiling and talking to each other. Black people playing on a basketball court. You know what I'm saying? Groups of black people just walking down together down the street. So yeah, you know, just that with black, you know, two black people fight, people whine and cry. Just like I said, they don't. Well, us black people, our situation is not analyzed on a on an intelligent level. You know, it's like a, you know, but so yeah, we do have unity in its basic form, and also with these Uncle Ruckuses and coons, they say that we black people never flex our power. We don't march or we don't stand for nothing. You know, but when we do stand for something, when black people do get together, you know, and protest something, then these same coons will come out and talk about, oh, why are you guys protesting? Why are you guys making a big deal? Well, why are you guys making a deal about Paula Deen using the N-word? You guys use it all the time. So, you know what I'm saying? These Uncle Ruckuses and these coons, I'm like, they're bipolar. And you know, that's all I want to say on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. Thanks for watching.